NFL Network now on the Westwood One Radio Network. Colts QB Carson Wentz got some work in with his new team at Indianapolis' Voluntary Workouts Wednesday. Head coach Frank Reich says he's changing his playbook to take advantage of his new QB skill set, adding that Wentz is, quote, a dominant physical specimen for the position, and you can just feel that out there. Also back on the field, Ravens Pro Bowl QB Lamar Jackson, who said he's had new contract talks with the team recently. But Jackson says he's not worried if a deal doesn't get done this season because, quote, I'd like to be here forever. The NFL making a big change to its COVID protocols, with fully vaccinated players no longer needing to wear a mask or take daily COVID tests at team facilities. The League and Players Association also agreed to a $208 million salary cap ceiling for the 2022 season. And happy trails to Adam Vinatieri. The Pro Bowl Colts and Patriots kicker says he plans to retire after 24 seasons and the most made field goals in NFL history. This has been NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Summer, it's almost here, but Memorial Day savings are already at the Home Depot. In-store, online, store-wide. Like 5 bags of garden fresh mulch for just $10. Save on everything from flower beds to a fresh coat of paint. From power tools to ceiling fans. Ready, set, summer. Memorial Day savings, here now, only at the Home Depot. How doers get more done. Limit 75 bags per customer. Color selection varies by store. While supplies last, continental U.S. only.
You don't want to mess with the IRS. They have the power to garnish your paycheck, levy your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. That's all true. But thankfully, they're offering a way out, the Fresh Start Initiative. If you qualify, you could save thousands. The experts at Optima Tax Relief will fight to get you the best deal possible. And they have an A-plus rating with the Better Business Bureau to prove it. Call Optima for your free consultation.
Call 800-748-5713. 800-748-5713.
Optima Tax Relief.
For details, visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Well, it is a, Thursday already. It's a Thursday, 27th day of May, 2021. Good morning, Gene.
Good morning.
Well, let's see. What happened on this date in history? Well, let's see. On this date in 1967, Columbia and RCA Victor announced that they would raise the list price of mono albums by $1 on June 1st.
That was a big deal, man.
Yeah.
That was a lot of money.
A whole buck. Were you a member of the Columbia Record Club?
A long time ago. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And, you get 5 albums for $1, right?
Yeah, something like that.
And then you're obligated for the rest of your life.
Forever and ever and ever.
Yes.
Well, but wait a minute. No.
I didn't order that.
Or I tried it, and that was that.
Yes. Oh, well. That was a long time ago. Now you just go online and download what you want, right?
Yeah. I'd forgotten all about that.
Yeah. Unlike, if you remember with some albums, there were only 2 or 3 cuts on that album that you liked, right?
Yep.
And you were stuck with the rest of them.
Rest of it, you just had to grin and bear it.
Yes. But there were a few albums that every cut was a winner.
Yeah. Rubber Soul, the Beatles.
Yeah. Pretty much anything that the Beatles did. They were very good about that. Mm-hmm. You got your money's worth.
You certainly did.
Yeah.
And they got their money's worth.
And almost all of the vinyl that I had from the 60s and into the 70s, I have bequeathed to my daughter and granddaughter. And Emily Ann, who is a junior at University of Nebraska, has a record player, and she plays the classic rock on vinyl.
Yeah, vinyl has taken on a real popularity again. Actually, It's been that way for a while, but it's grown and grown.
Yes. Okay, are you ready for birthdays?
I'm ready.
Well, how about we start with Lee Merriweather. She is 86. I believe she was Catwoman on the Batman TV show.
I don't know,
Okay. Ramsey Lewis, still part of the in crowd. He is 86. Actor Louis Gossett Jr. is 85. Actor Bruce Weitz is 78. Actor Richard Schiff is 66. You'd recognize the face, maybe not the name. Let's see. Actor Perry Gilpin from Frasier is 60. Kathy Silvers. She was on Happy Days. Phil Silver's little girl.
Phil Silver.
Is 60. Comedian Adam Carolla, 57. Actor Todd Bridges. I think he's the only surviving member of the TV show Different Strokes. He is 56. Actor Dondre Whitfield, 52. Actor Paul Bettany is 50. Actor Jack McBrayer is 48. Actor Ben Feldman, 41. Actor Darren Brooks is 37. Actor Chris Colfer, 31. Actor Ethan Dampf is 27. And actor Desiree Ross is 22. Local birthdays coming up.
KXO AM 1230 are giving away a pair of dinosaur books for kids. The Ultimate Dinopedia and the Little Kids' First Book of Dinosaurs. These are from the National Geographic Kids, and the young ones will love them. Listen for your chance to win your copies of the book. When you hear the dino roar, be caller 12 at 760-352-1230 and win. They're great books. They will keep your youngster entertained for hours. National Geographic Kids, Ultimate Dinopedia, and Little Kids' First Book of Dinosaurs. Listen and win on AM 1230.
Let's celebrate our birthdays. Happy birthday, Brianna Avina, Anna Osuna, Fito Alanis, Mike Johnson, Ramona De La Rosa, Maricela Marie Cano, Gabe Lemus, Camila Martinez, Danielle McNish, Hector Munoz, Juan Anguiano, Ted Turner, Michael Mitasinka, Ruben Reyes, Luis Pandoro, and Brianna Juarez. Happy birthday from KXO. Okay, and Gabe Lemus in the list there. Gabe is 19.
Yeah. Yeah, he told me yesterday was 38, his waist size.
Yes. I don't believe that one either.
Well, it got a good chuckle. That's for sure.
Yeah, Gabe is always good for a good chuckle. Yep. I couldn't see him yesterday. He was wearing camouflage.
Yep.
Yeah.
He, had people say the same thing. They saw things moving in the room, and they didn't see Gabe, so
yeah,
you take it from there.
Yeah, but you can always tell when he's in the room.
Follow the cookie crumbs.
You got it. Okay. I keep a candy jar in my office, and Gabe thinks that's his personal candy jar. His
personal stash.
You got it. Okay, are you ready for news?
Ready for news. We got some coming up.
We've got to look at World and California news headlines right now, and it is brought to you by Lock Air Conditioning. They are your year-round comfort specialist. For sales, for service, call the experts at Lock Air Conditioning.
CBS News Special Report. We're learning more about yesterday's mass shooting at a rail yard in San Jose, California, where a gunman murdered 9 co-workers before he killed himself. KCBS Radio's Tim Allen.
The investigators seized 2 semi-automatic handguns and 11 loaded magazines, according to Sheriff Lori Smith.
The sheriff says Sam Cassidy had bomb-making material in his work locker. CBS's Jamie Yukas has spoken to the family of one of the victims, Tabthajdeep Singh.
He worked as a light rail operator for roughly 9 years and leaves behind a wife and 2 small children. Coworkers told his family the 36-year-old pushed one of them into a room to hide from the shooter, then frantically started warning others.
There will be a vigil tonight for the victims outside San Jose City Hall. Mayor Sam Liccardo.
Now is a moment for us to collect ourselves, to understand what happened, to mourn, and to help those who have suffered to heal.
CBS News Special Report. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news. A 9th victim of the San Jose mass shooting has died. The medical examiner saying a 49-year-old man died from his wounds overnight. Kirk Bertollet was at the VTA rail yard Wednesday when the shootings happened, saying he tried to help the victims.
And I went to check to see if anybody was alive, if I could do anything for anybody, and watch people take their last breath. The
suspect, 57-year-old Sam Cassidy, apparently set fire to his house before heading to the rail yard where he worked, killing himself as law enforcement arrived. District Attorney Jeff Rosen says he doesn't know if there's anything officials could have done to prevent the shootings.
Were there any warning signs that could have led to intervention by law enforcement or behavioral health or anyone else that would have stopped a shooting like this from happening?
A man in custody in connection to the shootings of more than 100 vehicles in 3 Southern California counties with a BB gun. 2 witnesses describing the man's vehicle moments after witnessing more shootings. He has not been formally charged. Jeff Scott, California News.
And page one is coming up. World in California news headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning, your year-round comfort specialist.
The Memorial Day sale is happening now, so get in the spirit of summer with holiday savings from JCPenney. Shop doorbuster deals this Friday to Monday only. Save up to 60% on select swim styles for men, and get select St. John's Bay and A&A tees for $5.99, and microfiber twin sheet sets for just $9.99. Plus, save an extra 25% with coupon. Celebrate every summer moment with JCPenney. Offers valid 5/28 through 5/31. Coupon offer valid through 5/31. Some exclusions apply. See store or jcp.com for details.
Nya nya nya. Zimbabwe. The broken Bunsen burner burns so bright. Southeast Asian Peninsula.
Hey, Jamie?
Yes?
I think the only line we need from you today is drivers who switch to progressive could save big.
Cool. I just got to finish my warm-ups. Foul, throw in the towel. History.
Switch to Progressive today.
Santa ski slalom in a salmon skin suit.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
And it's page one of the local news. Page one is service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
Taking a look at the latest in local news, another fire in El Centro. George Gale has more.
It was the 5th fire in El Centro in 7 days. The fire was reported in an apartment complex on Olive Avenue near Waterman. It was reported at around 10:40 Wednesday morning. Several apartments were damaged and several residents were displaced. El Centro fire crews had the fire knocked down by 11 a.m. No other details were released. There has been no reports of injury as a result of that fire. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
And just to update that, Gene, there was one civilian with injuries from that fire.
That's an update on that. The Imperial Irrigation District has filed an opposition brief with the U.S. Supreme Court in the Abadi case. The IID's attorneys filed the brief in response to the Abadi petition filed in April. In the district's brief, the IID addresses whether the petitioner's right to water service includes a right to certain and irrevocable allocation of water from the district under state law, and if petitioners have a federally protected water right. IID General Counsel Frank Oswald said, on both issues, the answer is no. And while we respect Mr. Abadi, Michael Abadi, and other parties' right to pursue resolution in this matter, we continue to await a decision whether the case will be accepted by the U.S. Supreme Court. KXO News Time, 7:42.
El Centro Motors and the Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers are looking for motivated service writers and technicians. Join a team that appreciates you. The locally owned Quick Lane Service Centers and El Centro Motors offer top pay and great working condition. You may even qualify for a signing bonus. Apply online at elcentromotors.net. Grow with a team that values your skills. Join the El Centro Motors and Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers team.
In other local news, closing in Imperial Valley on 150,000 vaccines administered. Here's more in the story.
The numbers continue to go down. The latest numbers were issued by the County Public Health Department. According to the latest numbers, there are currently 62 active cases of COVID-19 in Imperial County. 9 of those are still hospitalized, 1 in intensive care. Positivity rate is 6.24%. New cases per day per 100,000 population is now at 3.65. Total number of COVID-19 vaccines administered in Imperial County is at 149,586. 33.75% of those are fully vaccinated. 44.31% are partially vaccinated. Number of deaths attributed to the virus now at 731 in Imperial County. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
IID Director J.B. Hamby appointed to the Colorado River Board of California. He is currently the Vice President of the Imperial Irrigation District Board of Directors. Governor Gavin Newsom made the appointment. Hamby replaces IID Board President James Hanks, who previously served on the Colorado River Board of California. For the past 75 years, the Colorado River Board's mission has been to protect the interests and rights of the state of California, its agencies, and citizens in the water and power resources of the Colorado River system. That concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the local news, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers in Brawley and El Centro. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
As COVID-19 restrictions ease and summer travel picks up, agricultural officials are urging Californians to avoid bringing homegrown citrus on their trips. Moving citrus plants and fruit around the state can spread a deadly plant disease that could destroy the California citrus trees we love. Do your part and avoid moving citrus fruit or plant material into or out of Imperial Valley. Visit CaliforniaCitrusThreat.org to learn more. That's CaliforniaCitrusThreat.org. Let's work together to save California's citrus.
It's Page 2 of the local news, Page 2, and a look at the weather. We'll go in-depth weather, and it's all brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for your health insurance, life insurance, auto or home insurance needs.
COVID-19 vaccine is widely available in Imperial County. Here's more on this story.
County Public Health says appointments are not necessary. Vaccines are available for ages 12 and older. Appointments are not required, but they can be scheduled at myturn.ca.gov. Clinics this week are being held today at the Imperial High School Community Clinic at 517 Barione Road. That's Barione Boulevard, from 9 a.m. until 12 noon. And this afternoon at the Imperial Valley Center for Exceptional Children, 1520 South Waterman in El Centro, from 2 p.m. to 5 p.m. Tomorrow, Friday, vaccinations are available from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. at the Department of Social Services on South 4th Street in El Centro. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The Community Services Department, Parks and Recreation Division, is thrilled and excited for this upcoming summer in El Centro. They will be offering a variety of programs to the community residents, such as summer day camps, basketball camps, library programs, exercise classes, swim lessons, and many other programs to keep you and your family active this summer. To register for the summer programs, you can visit and you can sign up Genius Link for the Community Center, the Conrad Harrison Youth Center, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Sports Pavilion, or the Aquatic Center. Lots of choices when it comes to water and other things this summer. Well, 4 are recognized for heroism. Here's more on that story.
The County Board of Supervisors recognized the 4 Tuesday. It was at the supervisors meeting in El Centro. The 4 were presented plaques honoring them for heroism. On April 28th of this year, a fire broke out in a daycare in the city of Imperial. Fire burned the entire house and everything inside it. Thanks to the heroism of 4 citizens, 14 children were evacuated and rescued with no injury. 4 heroes are Carlos Berrocal, Ana Maria Ariola, Guillermina Gonzalez, and Sarai Salazar. Supervisors said the 4 went above and beyond to rescue the children. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
A traffic advisory has been issued for the State Route 86. Public services crews will begin routine maintenance and road repairs, starting with the northbound lanes between 15th Street and Neckel Road. Maintenance and repairs will be ongoing for the next 2 weeks. Drivers can expect delays and are advised to drive cautiously due to work crews in the area. Additional information will be available once the remainder of the maintenance schedule is finalized. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
It's nice to explore your options when it comes to buying insurance, no matter what you're looking for. David H. West Insurance Services offers it all. And being an independent broker, we have many companies to choose from. We continue providing Medicare, life, and health plans, and now offer auto, home, and commercial insurance. David H. West Insurance Services can find the right insurance to fit your needs and budget. And best of all, a staff who cares about you. So don't hesitate to pick up the phone and call David H. West Insurance Services at 760-352-3411. That's 352-3411 for a free insurance review. That's 352-3411.
Here's Carroll Buckley.
According to the National Weather Service, expect mostly clear skies the next several days, along with seasonal temperatures. Through the middle of next week, the warmest day looks to be Wednesday, with highs on the Imperial and Yuma valleys ranging from 100 to 106 degrees. There will be some locally breezy conditions at times, but no strong wind events are expected. Our high yesterday, 101, 65 the low. Wind gusts peaked at 28 miles an hour. Today will be sunny with a high near 100. West-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, becoming south-southwest this afternoon. Clear tonight with a low around 69. West wind 10 to 15 miles an hour, with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. Friday, sunny with a high near 102. West wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south-southeast in the afternoon. Saturday, sunny with a high near 102. South wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Sunday will be sunny with a high near 101. South-southwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming east-southeast in the morning. And on Monday, Memorial Day, sunny with a high near 102, southeast wind about 5 miles per hour. 78 degrees downtown, 24% relative humidity, wind out of the west at 7 to 12 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news brought to you by David H. West Insurance Services. See David or Jose for health insurance plans and Medicare supplemental coverage.
1 to get ready.
We're ready.
2 to get set.
Tables are set.
And 3 to go.
Let's go.
Burgers and Beer is ready for you. We are open and our meals are fresh and made to your order. We are set. Our tables are set. Our condiment trays are fresh, stocked, and chilled. Our doors are open and it's go time. Come in and enjoy all your favorites at Burgers and Beer. The bacon is sizzling, the fries are frying, the burgers are cooking, and all of the beverages are ice cold. It's a good day at Burgers and Beer.
And it's sports time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. NBA action. They still playing? Oh, okay. The 76ers beat the Wizards 120-95. Knicks clobbered the Hawks 101-92. It was the Jazz jumping all over the Grizzlies, 141-129. Can we say defense? Obviously not. The NBA playoffs continue. And, in Yuma right now, it's the National Junior College Athletic Association Division I Softball Championships underway at the Pacific Avenue Athletic Complex in Yuma. And Amber Flores with her Seminole State College team. They are 2-1 in the tournament. Today at 5 o'clock, they'll take on Three Rivers College. Yeah, some great softball action going on in Yuma. KXO Sports Time is 7:53.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District is open and ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer services, visit pmhd.org today.
Well, let's take a look at Major League Baseball. The Padres slipped by the Brewers 2-1 in 10 innings. Padres continue to steal bases, and that puts things in motion, and good things happen. Angels nipped the Rangers 9-8. Twins topped the Orioles 3-2. Cardinals shut out the White Sox 4-0. Athletics dumped the Mariners 6-3. Cubs beat the Pirates 4-1. Marlins over the Phillies 4-2. The Nationals and the Reds suspended. They'll pick up play later today. The Nationals leading that game 3-0. Red Sox beat the Braves 9-5. Tigers topped the Indians 1-0. Rays edged the Royals 2-1 in 10. Astros topped the Dodgers 5-2. Giants beat the Diamondbacks 5-4. Blue Jays and Yankees, Rockies and Mets postponed. Weather issues. And don't forget some great junior college, the national championship action underway in Yuma, and a chance to see some great softball. And, cheer on Amber Flores and her team. Well, she's coaching now. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information.
Hi, this is Mike Morris. The Memorial Day Sell-a-thon is upon us. We got a selection of a few vehicles left. Come on down, grab them while they're still here. Get your best deal. We have 0% financing for up to 84 months. Rebates up to $67.50. And if you have a used car that you don't want, bring it down. You would not believe what it's worth. I'll buy any used cars up from $1 to $100,000 as long as they're in great condition. Come on down, see what we can do for you. And remember, if you don't come see me first, I can't save you any money.
Well, right now, it's financial news and the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned security service protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offers live scan fingerprinting to the public. So what's happening? Well, lots of things going on, such as, did you know CVS Health is tempting people who are hesitant to get the COVID-19 vaccine with lavish prizes? Yeah. Check out the information on the CVS website. Meanwhile, HSBC is winding down much of its U.S. business to turn its attention to richer clients. The British bank announced yesterday that it was closing most of its retail banking locations in this country, reducing its current footprint from 148 branches to about 25. Those that will remain will be turned into international wealth management centers. Meanwhile, Uber has recognized a labor union for the first time in a move that could boost efforts by gig economy workers to win better employment rights. GMB, one of Britain's largest unions, will now be able to represent up to 70,000 drivers across the United Kingdom. one of Uber's most important international markets, according to a joint statement from the union and the company. What's happening on the big board right now? Green. The Dow Jones Industrial is up 160 points at 34,488. The S&P 500 at 4,207, up 11. And the NASDAQ up 5 points at 13,742. Gold is down $8 an ounce. Oil up 8 cents a barrel.
Southwest Security Company is a locally owned security company protecting your property or your business, and now offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Plus, they added Southwest Postal with post office boxes you can access 24 hours a day, 365 days a year, with shipping services too, using DHL, UPS, and FedEx. They're conveniently located at the corner of Heil and 4th Street in El Centro, and if you need something notarized, they can do that too. You can count on Southwest Security and Southwest Postal for 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
We will have sunny skies today with a high near 100. West-northwest wind 5 to 10 miles an hour, turning out of the south-southwest this afternoon. Clear tonight with a low around 69. West wind 10 to 15 miles an hour with gusts as high as 25 miles an hour. Friday will be sunny with a high near 102. West wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming south-southeast in the afternoon. 80 degrees, 22% relative humidity, wind out of the west at 7 to 12 miles an hour. Air quality is good everywhere except right at the border, where it's moderate. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services, offering 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal, 4th and Heil, El Centro.
Roto-Rooter, your plumbing and drain cleaning specialist. Roto-Rooter offers full services, from hydrojetting to camera inspection, water heaters, faucets, garbage disposals, anything that's clogged up. They'll take care of the problem right. Roto-Rooter is a locally owned family business with 56 years in the Imperial Valley. Call the experts at 760-352-6789 or 344-2533 on the north end. Roto-Rooter. When drains don't work, we do.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro on AM 1230. KXO.
CBS News. Oliver with Dickey Insurance Services, your Imperial Valley Allstate agent. Stop by and see Julie for all of your insurance needs.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. Investigation into the mass shooting in San Jose that left 9 people dead in a rail yard. KCBS Radio's Tim Ryan says authorities are finding out more about the arsenal the 57-year-old gunman had at his disposal.
Sheriff Lori Smith says investigators found 2 semi-automatic handguns and 11 magazines of ammunition. Now, inside the locker, his employee locker, they also found bomb-making materials, including detonation cord, and at the man's home, additional explosive materials.
Police say Samuel Cassidy took his own life at the scene. His ex-wife, Cecilia Nelms, says he was nice but very distant.
He was very polite, quiet, never really wanted to connect with nobody.
The mother of Brian Sicknick, the Capitol police officer who died of injuries in the Capitol attack, is there this morning to meet with Republicans who oppose the formation of a commission to investigate.
Usually I'm staying in the background and I just couldn't stay quiet anymore.
Couldn't stay quiet anymore, she says. The GOP is set to use a filibuster to block action. Republicans are out with a counteroffer to President Biden's huge infrastructure spending bill. Senator Shelley Moore Capito of West Virginia says it calls for just under $1 trillion in spending.
We believe that this counteroffer delivers on what President Biden told us in the Oval Office that day, to try to reach somewhere near $1 trillion over an 8-year period of time that would include our baseline spending.
The president cut his original proposal from $2.3 trillion to $1.7 trillion. The government says claims for unemployment benefits fell to 406,000 last week. Mark Hamrick of Bankrate says it's a sign the labor market's improving as more virus restrictions are removed.
This headline number is on track now to break below the 400,000 level in the coming weeks, which has been typically regarded in the past as psychologically significant.
A realtors group says today fewer people signed contracts to buy homes in April as the number of homes on the market remains low. Well, just listen to this 2-year-old Los Angeles girl.
Phosphorus, neon, cadmium.
Cash Quest, identifying chemical elements on the periodic table by their symbols. And she can name all 50 states by their shape and location on the map. She's now the youngest member of American Mensa. Her mom says she has an IQ of 146. Checking Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 139 points. S&P 500 up 9. This is CBS News.
CBS News Radio is your home for breaking news. With our team of reporters around the country and the world, we give you the coverage you can trust.
I love being able to share with our family who's listening how much we all love State Farm insurance. With surprisingly great rates, State Farm has saved us money with our car and home insurance.
I mean, you're my wife. You know how much I love a great deal, so of course I'm going to love the great rates and great service at State Farm. It's good for my wallet and for my family.
State Farm meets my needs, plus I get to control how and what I want for my budget. And I do it all from their award-winning mobile app.
Surprisingly great rates. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Introducing the most highly anticipated handheld device to date. Superior design with interactive smart display, 7 personalized smart modes, and AI technology the world has never seen.
I think you're gonna wanna see this.
And the most surprising part is, we're talking about a toothbrush. The new Oral-B IO electric toothbrush. Get the wow of a professional clean feel every day.
Make it say wow.
Oral-B. Brush like a pro.
Activity's been interrupted again at an Amazon work site in Connecticut. WCBS Radio's Sean Adams.
Outrage and indignation in Windsor, Connecticut. A furtive hate monger continues to leave nooses at an Amazon facility under construction. An 8th noose has been discovered. Connecticut NAACP President Scott Esdale.
The black community has no trust in this. 8 nooses? This is a complete joke.
The latest symbol of racial hatred turned up with some electrical wires that had not been touched in a few weeks.
Researchers in Hawaii are launching a new effort to identify where what are known as ghost nets originate. The fishing gear discarded at sea can cause big problems for marine life and coral reefs. Investigators hope to determine which fisheries or manufacturers are responsible for the nets. Some are lost accidentally, but others are intentionally turned loose. Steve Kathan, CBS News.
It's all about the nose. It's your air filter, the first line of defense against bacteria and viruses. If too many germs get stuck in your nose, guess what? You get sick. That's why it's so important to keep your nose clean, just like washing your hands. Now there's a better way to keep your nose clean and help your body protect itself. It's called Navage Nasal Care. Navage uses powered suction to flush out allergens, mucus, bacteria, and viruses. At Navage.com, CVS, Walgreens, Bed Bath, Target, and Rite Aid. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E.
This week's Pro Basketball Update brought to you by Credit Karma. There's pro basketball action just about every night. It's a great time to be a fan of the hard court. 8 teams from each conference, including the winners from the new play-in format, look to capture their first round best-of-7 game series. I hope your favorite team is in the mix. Right now, visit creditkarma.com/winmoney to open your free account and start winning instant karma. No purchase necessary. Exclusions and terms apply. See rules.
We all love an expert. We've got a roof expert, a plumber, a great mechanic. The list goes on. Imperial Valley Allstate agent Julie Oliver is your local insurance expert that knows the community. You'll get advice that you can trust to help you select coverage that's best for you. So whether it's protection for your car, home, boat, motorcycle, or more, Julie is here to help. Call your local Allstate agent Julie Oliver today at 760-353-5800. That's 353-5800. Julie says, please stay safe and healthy. You are in good hands. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability.
CBS News, a service of Julie Oliver with Tiki Insurance Services, your Imperial Valley Allstate agent for home insurance, life insurance, auto insurance. Call Julie or stop by 1699 West Main in El Centro.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
1230 KXO.